becoming Muslim on your 2025 bingo card, because it's about to be. After 3 minutes of watching this video, your life is not going to be the same. My brain is different, very different, and I can't unknow this. If you are spiritual, if you are a New Ager, if you're a witch, if you're a Christian, if you're a Muslim, everyone, watch this. Firstly, the word Muslim means one who submits to God. So let's keep that in mind. That's why people say Jesus was a Muslim. As someone who has very much participated with New Age, with magic, with Wicca, I've dabbled with Hermeticism and all the things, right? Like, I have been seeking for a long time. Now, there is a lot of legitimacy in these paths, but the thing is, it obviously requires action. It requires effort. It requires energy, because you are bending reality to your will. It is the will of your human, your psyche, your body, your conscious and subconscious desires. So you are shaping and manipulating reality to your liking, right? That's what it's all about. But there is a greater will, God's will, and the will of your highest self. So you have like the lower self, the animal, impulsive, instinctual self, and then the highest self that I would say is the part of you that is directly connected to God. And it's also not sustainable. That's why you have to continue doing it. And you are always going to have this hunger, this unsatiable starvation, because it is rooted in this realm where everything is constantly devouring and recycling. And that is why it's considered demonic. It is literally tied and imprisoned in this realm. So then this will is in juxtaposition to this will, because on this hand you are not making the changes internally, you're making them externally. This, you have to bend yourself to the will. You don't bend reality to your will, you bend yourself to the greater will. And you do this through virtue, through love, compassion, connection, honesty, loyalty, self-purification. I forgot to include that this includes abstinence to overindulgence and heightened sensory experiences, like constantly seeking sensation. This is the process of ascension. This is the process that Jesus was showing everyone. This is the process that Muslims go through. They don't participate in pop culture. They don't listen to secular music. They don't watch gory, over-sexualized content. They don't follow trends. They don't date. They don't drink alcohol. They don't do the hookup culture. Like, you get what I'm saying? So I have realized it is antithetical to use this path, which is obviously lower vibration. It's a lower vibration. It is hedonism, to try to use that path to ascend, because it doesn't make any sense. It's not possible. You are literally using your animal, human desires and instincts and impulses to ascend out of them. You can't do that. And like, hello, this is so appropriate. It is literally the month of Ramadan. You fast these things that create addictions. Fasting, self-discipline, taking your cross up daily, right? That is an actual ego death. We always consider ego death in like this realm, like this path. This is where the ego deaths happen. No, they're not. No, they're not. Or you would have to leave that behind, because you would actually see it for what it is. The ego death happens when you say, this will of mine, my body, my psyche, is keeping me in this realm, which is the 3D realm, where it's demonic. Dude, I'm crashing out. This just like completely shifted my spiritual paradigm in such a way, I still do believe that Islam is what Christianity was supposed to be. This is the message that Jesus was telling people, like, hey, you don't have to be doing these unsustainable ceremonies and rituals constantly to try to like appease the gods, right? Like, you can actually just connect with source consciousness. You have the ability and the access to do that. It's through virtue. It is through virtue. And Jesus was the most virtuous person on the planet. So this is what I have been thinking about for 3 days, constantly aware of it. The awareness of this has not left my brain. And it's crazy, because now the way that I'm seeing content, specifically content I would normally relate to, I see it through a different lens. And I'm like, that's pagan, low magic, low vibrational stuff. I've never felt that way about those paths ever. Something happened to my brain, and I don't think it can be undone.